Hello there, Internet. Mogwai here, and I got yet another Legends of Runeterra video for guys today. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna play Gorlith the Unscalable alongside the Undying, and a deck called Undying Unscalable, because I don't know, that sounded cool in my head, and yeah, I'm running out of originality for deck names, as you probably can tell. So yeah, we have a deck that is running only Kindred as the champion, as it is kind of like an old school Undying list with Demacia, and we're using Gorlith as an alternate win condition. So this deck may not seem like it makes much sense, you know, to mix Gorlith with the Undying package, and the reality is this is a first sort of like draft to try to get an idea of Gorlith's potential, right? Because Gorlith is not an easy card to build a deck around. I've seen several attempts at Gorlith early on in the early access event, and then people just kind of like forgot about this 9-drop, even though it was pretty hyped. And it's a really, really cool 9-drop. In case you're wondering what it does, I'm going to read it for you, because, you know, that's what we do on this channel. We read cards in the deck text. 9 mana 010 that says, when I'm summoned, swap my health and your Nexus health. I can't be blocked by enemies with less health than me. Now, there are some memey ways to approach Gorlith, you know, with Spectral Matron, try to ramp into Gorlith, and decks that kind of like just go crazy with health gain and this and that. I tried designing a deck that could function without Gorlith and resort to Gorlith for games that dragged out and you needed something to just end the game, because I feel like the really strong potential behind this card is the fact that in the right matchup, it can just completely close out the match. If you're facing, for example, Demacia without Hush, they really can't do much to deal with it if it's really big, and they can't block into it either. Like, Gorlith has this presence about him that not even Commander Ladros really has, and I thought that first, in a deck like this that's pretty efficient at keeping your health up if you stabilize, since we're running a full set of Radiant Guardian and we're playing the Undying package with a couple of copies of Absorb Soul, I could reach turn 9 and then drop Gorlith and just end the game right then and there. Though there are matchups like Darkness where they can have Mini Morph and Vengeance. There are matchups like Bandle Tree where they can have Mini Morph, and there are other matchups, you know, with Mini Morph and Mini Morph that can be a little bit annoying. But right now there's quite a bit of this concurrent timelines deck on the ladder right now. It's pretty popular, and it's a very easy matchup for this one. I've yet to lose it against it, so I've been praying out that deck and others with this in ranked, and it's been pretty successful at that. What I mean by all this, like prefacing that this is just like a first draft, is that I feel like Gorlith has more potential than this, and I have no means to say that this is the best shell for Gorlith by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, after playing with them for a couple of days, I realized that perhaps a shell built around Ionia or some sort of region that can provide some disruption support for Gorlith can be the next step for this follower, but I need a little bit more time to invest into a proper deck that can make it to that stage of the game while also protect Gorlith from removal, right? And even though Mini Morph will never be able to play around, which is a little bit, you know, it's that card existence is just going to always put a halt to stuff like this. But every other matchup out there, there is a room for enabling Gorlith as a legitimate late game win condition, and I'm going to continue exploring that. But like I said, I need a little bit more time, and I thought this would be a decent enough deck to share, as I always love showcasing some Undying on the channel, and I really like it alongside Kindred. The last time we showcased Undying and Kindred, it was with Lux as well, but I realized the deck is better without Lux, because Lux forces us to run a bunch of spells and go a little bit more overboard with them, and it actually kind of makes our deck wants to do two different things at the same time, right? Here we have a early game comprised of Last Breath, you know, aristocratic sort of synergies, right? With Curse Keeper, that's an MTG term in case you're wondering. We got Curse Keeper, the Wings and the Wave as a 3-of because of the flexibility. It can either be Father or it can be Predator, I guess is how you say it. We got Ravenous Butcher. We have Petricide Broadwind, just to have a strong turn 2 play that can help us contest the board early on, which is something that we can struggle with when resorting to stuff like Curse Keeper that requires a little bit of time to set up. And then we got the Undying, right? The deck really functions extremely well when you manage to find the Undying, but drawing too many copies of the Undying can be a liability, which is why we're playing it as a 2-of. As we have Spear Leech to draw off of it, and then we have a full set of Radiant Guardian to essentially shut down aggressive decks. The combination of Radiant Guardian with single combats and a couple of copies of Absorb Soul give this deck a really strong matchup against burn decks, which are also relatively prevalent on the ladder as well. So it's a deck that doesn't excel in anything particularly, but it has a pretty strong matchup against a lot of things just because of the very underrated Shadow Owl's core, and combined with Demacia and with Kindred, we can pick off certain decks, like for example the Overwhelm list that's also pretty popular right now, built by Rico Rex with Freljord and Nasus. We also shut down super easily, especially thanks to our 3 copies of 6 Mana Vengeance, which feels absolutely fantastic, and also the fact that Kindred's signature spell is also phenomenal against Overwhelm decks, as they just essentially rely on attacking, and we can stall out an attack on 1 unit with this. It essentially counts as a frostbite that can potentially even trigger Kindred's passive, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the deck list right there. It's fun to play. It's not super new, you know, it is just another take on the Undying, but more than anything, it was an excuse to try out Gorlith in a mid-range deck and see how he could perform as a late game win condition. I'm pleasantly surprised, even though I feel like there's much more potential for him, and hopefully I'll get to showcase that a little bit in the future. In the end, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. Have a soul day. Enjoy the games. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, here we go. If played correctly, Kindred could have a really strong matchup here. We have double Radiant Guardian, but this is not what we need. We need more early plays. So we're gonna keep the Curse Keeper. Like all these kind of are pretty BM-y. Alright. Turn 1 bird. Unfortunately is the word. Turn 2 bird is yeah. It's yeah.
Shall we do?
I'm ready, little lamb.
Troll chant, there's a lot of things that can happen here. So for now I'm just gonna attack like this. I'm gonna try to pick off their board little by little. Keep this Kindred out of harm's way, because their deck is very limited with the ways that they can interact with it. Okay. We take a bit of damage here, but it's fine. All right.
It's always fast a good hunt.
One to remember us by.
Level up Kindred.
We weren't expecting callers.
We have defense here with the Spirit Journey, which we can use to stall any sort of like head-on attack. Just need to play defensively. Just need to take it one step at a time. Do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's start off with a glimpse. Instead of these spirit leeches, we're gonna go for a cheaper play because they have no interaction with this.
Its heart beats fast now.
It knows.
It knows. And now we have the vengeance.
The Winter's Claw. Leave nothing standing.
And just like that, we kindred them down. Alright, I mean, that's lethal, right? Yeah, if I'm good at math. I mean, they could have stuns. Keep in mind, they could have stuns. But we may as well force them out of them, right? Because Troll Chant won't do it, it has to be a stun. So, a decisive maneuver. Alright. Still have backup here. We can go for you. Get a little bit more draw. Go for you. I mean, next round, as long as we have, yeah. We play this into this. No, we don't even need to do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're good. We have surprise healing, and yeah, we're in a pretty solid position. I like my odds. All right, cool story, bro. Big boy overwhelms. Not really too spooked. I could just play you. This would be funny. No, but I'd like to. Maybe I should have done this preemptively. But
Be still.
rolling death. I wanted to play my big boy. So, yeah, this kind of matchup is pretty easy because they have no interaction with your glimpses,
With grace and precision.
and it's a pretty clean win. Oh my god. I have not seen Shen Jarvan in a million years, and it's Shen Jarvan plus Galio. I don't know what that means, but I am intrigued. And a little bit annoyed because it's never been fun to play against Shen Demacia decks. But let's see what we can do. We're going to drop you. We're going to keep Spirit Leech because Spirit Leech is actually pretty damn useful in a matchup like this because the 1 health, there's no pings with this region combination, right? And that means because there are no pings, units like Spirit Leech actually carry quite a bit of weight. Let's see what happens here. Still like the idea of developing the Escaped Abomination and have it trade with that. It just doesn't quite sparkle with me, but I mean, we have to... I'd like to draw a bit, honestly. There's a lot of things that I'd like to do. But I guess for now... just gonna do this. Problem is, Shen into single combat, there's a lot of things that work around here, so... maybe we're better off going with this first, but then that just slows us down significantly. I'm not sure. What is the best line of play here? Perhaps rushing... This unit is not ideal. They clearly have a lot of spells to try to deal with it.
Where we go.
They retreat.
But maybe we can apply pressure here. Yeah. Pass back. Make them burn all that mana. And now we have access to stuff like Vengeance. Because even if they play something like Shen, they need to boost this thing's power to trade into our Kindred. And this is certainly something that we can handle.
Are you there, dear wolf?
I am, little lamb.
Are you sad?
The breath takes, the waters give.
Fly from the first lands.
Bit of a mistake. I think I should have targeted this and preserved that for later, but it worked out for us. But I think it was a bit of a misplay. Like in hindsight, I should have used the last win on one of my praise and preserved my Cursed Abomination for later, because he could have traded the bird into it. I'm not sure why he was probably concerned, because I'm playing Demacia. He's probably concerned about not single combat, but about like combat tricks like sharp sight that we may be playing. Right now, we always go for an open swing. We drop them down low. We got our win condition, and this is like very difficult for them to stop.
Its heart beats fast now.
It knows.
It knows. Okay. They're gonna use a golden Aegis, probably a sharp sight as well. Probably gonna resort to a sharp sight, in which we will, or that. All right. Lot of resources just to deal with Kindred. Even though they do manage to deal with Kindred, we already got a lot of very good value here, and we're gonna be able to continue to draw. And now we're looking at the Gorlith game plan. That's the idea of this deck, right? To have a solid mid-range approach with Undying synergy, and then just preserve our health at a pretty high amount and win with Gorlith. Okay, I wonder what they got there. Gotta be mindful of their elusive, but I'll try to go for even more card draw.
Remember life well.
Turn to this like that.
Falling.
The waters give you life, child.
And we're gonna go in. We're gonna try to apply a lot of pressure with this open attack. Because even if they were to have something weird like a judgment, we have a vengeance to counter it. And now we swing like there's no tomorrow.
This will not take long.
I mean, right now you're dead. Concerted. Okay.
Never one.
Without the other. Let's get rid of this by going for an absorb soul here. God, I don't get to play Gorlith, man. But we're looking at a Gorlith win there, which they couldn't really interact with too well,
The chase ends.
especially at 20 health.
Or lie ahead.
Not bad. Pepega, your boy Pepega is playing Viego Nasus. That's actually a pretty terrifying matchup because, you know, they can develop units that get big enough to deal with, but we just gotta stay healthy, essentially. We got quite a bit of card draw here, so I'm gonna keep this hand. It's pretty decent. I'm gonna keep the wings in the way for now.
You must know me, little one.
You must! I think for now we just want to stay healthy, so we're gonna do this. I like this broad wing very much, so we can threaten that.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
Just like that, we completely counter their... I had like a voice crack there. It's just like that.
Get our legs in.
That is a trade that I'm okay with happening. A 2-drop for a 3-drop? That definitely works out for me. I don't know about you, but I am a fan. Let's go ahead and develop you. I think I may want to apply some pressure here. I'm not sure if this is the way. Vile Feast is always a thing, so we want to be more reactive with this glimpse, but I think we want to be doing this just to develop some.
The air betrays you, child.
Some board pressure.
All life must end.
Strike now.
Gotta find a gift for Renekton. Right, Arda?
Nobody asked you, Arda, but whatever. Okay, there's your boy. There's Gorlith. And now we're gonna try to do this. They have another one, we'll seal combat. The Undying, very neat. We want to do whatever we can to slow down their Nasus. But if we get like favorable trades, we get them. I'm gonna play the Undying. And I kind of just want a glimpse here.
That's right. Run! Taken.
We weren't expecting callers.
All right. Smack him.
The waters give you life, child.
Maybe they have the right of negation. Maybe they don't. Ooh. Ooh, that's a big mistake, buddy. That's a big doo-doo! Oh, you just threw there. And now, it's time. The one and only. They who they fear. Don't have edges, please. Okay. Alright, there we go. There we go. We got a win with Gorlith on game 3. Fuck yeah. Alright, it's darkness. Darkness can be spooky because it can answer Gorlith pretty efficiently. I want to keep this Vengeance, and I want to drop one Ravenous Butcher. I mean, do I want to keep this Vengeance? Probably. Yeah, I probably do. Let's keep this hand. I'd like to see the Undying, really. But at the same time, it's okay. There we go. Just gotta believe. Just gotta believe. All right, no turn to Catalyzer, which was one of my biggest concerns here. Not that I'm always happy to see this thing, but in this matchup, I'd rather see this than the Catalyzer on turn 2. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to this Butcher though. I'm gonna play you. Alright.
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
I have to play the Butcher just so I don't receive an open attack from these. Because I want to keep my health high. I want to try to see if I can Gorlith them to death. And honestly, I don't mind these trades. Actually, I do mind this one. I do mind this one. It's because I want to be able to counter a... Yeah, I do want to be able to stop a Veigar. We're gonna pass here. Is that got a single combat? I can actually kill Veigar. Now that there's no problem for that, we can actually just focus on drawing cards. Vile Feast. I was like Stalking Shadows. Alright. This is alright.
With our crystals combined,
Virtue guides me.
And now we play Radiant Guardian.
with our crystals combined,
Alright, so we are going to be trading you.
Stay back.
This will get her up to. This will kill her. We
I
trade
will
like
end
this.
Here. Hold back the darkness.
We're at 16.
lot of darkness out there. Let's make some of our own. Justice will be served.
For 2 mana, there's no card that they can do to stop this. We get back up to full.
Hope burns on.
We have the ability to single combat, so we don't really need to just play this for now, because this stops them from being able to open attack like that. We gotta stress the fence out of them.
Witness true power.
I really want to go for this, but in this matchup, this could be a death sentence if I do it. Like, okay, so mini morph, vengeance. There's just a lot of shit that they can have that can deal with this. So I need to find the right opening for it. I need to find the right opening. I can't just drop this because the odds. But then again, if they have vengeance or anything like that, shouldn't I just? Ah, fuck it. We're rolling.
Persistence is key. I research.
The hour approaches. The darkness consumes. The world will look up and see me.
I don't know how I could approach that otherwise. I did not apply enough pressure. Hopefully no miscall. Okay, so group shot there. We could always top like another Gorlith.
Let us take a peek at life beneath the waves.
Rabadon? Rabasu?
Oh yes, she does our visit.
I'm just trying to find an opening here.
I will shape death as easily as clay.
Okay. That's this. I tried to find an upper hand, but yeah. Gorlith got answered. I cry every time. Alright, this matchup could be pretty funny actually because of the buried in ice. There's a neat interaction with Gorlith that I've experienced as I was playtesting this, that if you like put him in a landmark and he resummons again, he swaps with his actual health swaps again with your health. So it's like I've got some funky, like I went from like 2 health to like 18 health because of that. But that was yesterday and I wasn't recording. I cry every time. We're gonna drop I like the Vile Feast just in case. Curse Keeper is alright, but I have a Prentice Rite Broadwing. And I'd rather have the Undying to curve into. If they don't lead off with concurrent timelines, which they're gonna do, okay. Vile Feast could be good against a lot of their Boom Baboons, for example. But we got a good 2-drop here. We got an Undying to work on. Alright.
Anything helps.
Dropped an Aftershock, and that is a... okay. We have no reason to trade into that. Well, we can always trade into it after trading into something else. Because it has 1 health. We play... yeah, boy. But that last game against Darkness really shows why potentially like an Ionia version or maybe even Shurima version of the archetype could show some potential.
I'll show the hunters.
Attack first.
Finally, some action.
Never one.
Without the other.
Could they have another thermogenic beam? Don't matter because we're doing this. Are we? They could have a troll chant.
Is it time?
Not yet. We must be patient.
I'm hungry.
I know.
Thermogenic beam. Which they... okay, they do seem to have, alright.
You dropped something.
I dropped everything!
We're gonna take a head block here. We could go for a single combat. But for now, we're gonna do it like this.
was a sacrifice exchanged for an oath.
What was given?
A hand to rule with.
I help when I can. Shut up when I can.
Nothing that would last.
There's the troll champ.
It knows.
The sunbrock got me good.
Alright.
Linger.
I'm innocent. I didn't do nothing.
I don't think they have any more troll champs because they've already played 2, I believe, and they would have shown another one if they had it there. No, they played 1.
I'm innocent.
Oh, but it did block like that.
What is patience?
A motionless sea under a pale moon.
We're in glimpse now. Draw some more.
Virtue guides me.
Very nice. We play Gorlith to heal back up. They get paranoid. They get paranoid and they go for this, which means they cannot go for it that stairs. And that means we can play Gorlith now to heal up. And they have an elusive unit, but that's it. They got paranoid about potential atrocities. Fuck, okay. Alright. Shit. The counter! The counter. But the clock is ticking for this one. And when he comes back, he's going back with the vengeance. Actually, he's 10 health, so it's not gonna change. but he's still there, and he's still threatening. And if he doesn't kill me, like, he'll heal me. But he can use offense to weaken him. Nonetheless, we're just gonna focus on our card draw this round. We're gonna go double Spirit Leech if need be. We're gonna try to really hard to find for like a vengeance or another single combat, even though we've already played 2, I believe, or at least 1, but maybe even 2. No, just 1. Okay. So it shouldn't be that hard to find 1. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Back-to-back Gorlith has been answered. mean, I kind of just want to play Kindred again.
Never one.
Without the other.
We can always use this to chump that. Now we're going what? Eliminate a blocker there. This is some combat. Very nice.
Scoured from this land.
You know, they were like they already played 2 Mystic shots and they get excited. So I think they discarded Aftershock. So I'm not worried about burn. I'm gonna try to force whatever they have left out of them here, and then we just finish them off with Undying at this point. Like, we have removal for days. Like, this matchup, I haven't lost it once because I can apply a lot of pressure,
For as long as it takes.
and I've been interrupted.
I am tired of waiting.
It is temporary. A promise lies in.
I'm trying to talk here. Okay? It's hard to do monologues when playing Kindred because they like to go on their rambles, and I like to ramble. Well, GG. Gotcha. They just did not want to trade with their blimp. Greed is their undoing. But Kindred died. F for Kindred.